Hello guys, the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to share with you guys why I stopped working for Lyft and Uber. I've been wanting to do this video for the past month, but I have been debating, whether I should upload it or not, because I know there's a lot of judgmental people out there. They don't understand other people's points of view and situation, and they don't even not understand but respect. And so, finally I have come into a point where I feel comfortable with what I am going to say. And more than anything, because I want to help people that might be driving for Lyft and Uber to prevent something like this happen to them, okay? So I just want to start saying that I've been driving for the past 2 years. I was driving Miami first, and now I relocated to Tampa recently. So I was driving here. I didn't know how the market was. I didn't know which kind of people live in here. I know in Miami, most likely people are Latin, so they know that if they go inside your car, they're going to kind of like respect that they are inside of your car in a general way. I'm not talking about every single person, but there's a pattern where like most likely Latin people are going to do that. But here there's more American people, and I don't want to mention, but there's specific race living where I live, here in the city. And these people, this particular race, it looks like they don't, of their general rule for this is my experience though, and I'm not being racist, that's why I'm not saying which kind of like race is this, but this kind of like specific people that live here, they tend to not respect that they are inside your car and so on. So I got a request a Sunday. It was like around 12:30. Like it was plenty, like daylight. Like the sun was out. A bunch of cars were out. Like it was like the less expected thing in the world, And for me to happen, because usually when you think something is gonna happen to you, is you think in nighttime. You know what I mean? So bottom line is I got a request from a customer. I go to the destination. I picked the guy up. He looked like a normal guy, and within 5 minutes we got into a light. There was a police officer in front of us making the same line to go, waiting for the red light to change. And so I saw the guy starting to become nervous. He was like shaking, sweating suddenly, like from nowhere. And so I said, "Are you okay?" He says, yeah. And then he started hiding behind my seat. And I am like, what the heck is going on here? You know what I mean? And so after he saw that, he told me, "Hey, you need to go back." As soon as the light went green, right? So I said, "Why?" He says, like, "You need to go back." And I said, "Okay, I'm just going to go back. Tell me where to go." And so he started making like rounds, make me go around and around like in circles. And so at some point I say, "Hey, what am I gonna do?" Like he says, "Just take me back to the place that you picked me up." And so I did, but behind the place I picked him up, there was an apartment complex with a big parking lot. And I saw the guy nervous. I thought the guy wanted to rape me or assault me or do something like criminal activity, I guess, because obviously he was acting just so weird that my intuition was like, "Oh, this guy's up to something." So at this point I have thought, okay, I'm just gonna stop in the parking lot and jump out of my car because I don't feel safe. And that's exactly what I did. He said, "Just park this a specific way." He wanted me to park in a way that I was gonna be hidden of everything, and I knew like this guy's gonna assault me or rape me. So I jumped out of my car. I stopped, and I told him like, "No, I'm fine here." I jumped out of my car. I grabbed my phone and I called 911. I saw the guy once like put his hand on his pocket, and so I started running because I knew like this guy either has a weapon or something like that. And when I called 911, I gave the description. I said everything that happened to me, that I drive for Lyft, that this and blah, blah, blah. And so police came within a minute and a half. There was a really fast response from police. They had helicopters and everything looking for the guy because they had a match. And a match mean the guy was a guy on the loose. He was looked by police because he assault an apartment complex and tied up people, and he was doing like hardcore like bad crimes. So thank God nothing happened to me. And when I contacted Lyft, they were like, "Oh, okay, I'm just gonna not match you with that person anymore, and we're gonna try to open a case to see what what happened over like with that guy and stuff, but that's it. I'm glad that you're okay, and that's it." And I'm like, okay, my life was just like put in danger right now because you guys don't have control on the customers is just unfair. I always listen to customers and in the media complaining all the time that are us as a driver overall, like we're like this and that and blah blah blah, where there's a group like us that all we need to make is our money. We want to be friendly with you guys and do our job right so we can make like decent money in a decent way, like without doing anything illegal. And it is so upsetting seeing that nobody talks about drivers, nobody defend us, and it makes me angry, very angry, because my life was put in danger because Lyft doesn't have any regulation for passengers. This could have been 100% prevented. In fact, when I talked to Lyft, they said that as a driver, I'm not allowed to carry any weapons with me. Okay? So if something happens like this, which is not the norm, I'm sorry. This is not the norm. I have to say, things can happen anywhere at any time. But to me, it bothers me that they pay me $50 the other day because somebody smoked on my car, which I allowed, but he burned my cover of my seat. And they paid me $50 to fix it. And my life was put in danger for something that they are doing wrong. And there's no federal law that protects me, because I talked to a lawyer and he said that, there's no regulation for them to do that with me because I'm a self-contractor. So whatever happens in my car, I decide as a driver, and they are not liable for anything like that, except if something physical happens to me. So if something physical happens to someone, then they're liable, okay? But we need to wait until something physical happens. I'm pretty sure if I would have stayed here in this car and sat on my car, that guy would have done something to me. And they're not liable for being so irresponsible. They have to at least do checks on people, background checks on everybody. I agree that they should do more background checks on drivers, but also background checks on customers, because you said you spend so much money in advertising and teachers and promotions, and you don't spend no money in safety. In fact, I'm not even able to carry any weapons as a driver so I can defend myself. That's why I'm not driving for them anymore. I've been having horrible nightmares since all of this happened, and all I can see is the guy's face, and it's just horrible. It is horrible, and I don't feel safe driving for that company. So I'm just stating my personal experience. Again, this is not the norm. The danger is everywhere, but if you're a driver, I'll suggest you carry your weapons if you need to. Have a camera on your car where you can record everybody, because I feel that's kind of gonna filter if someone is doing something bad. Especially here in Tampa Bay, it seems like everybody's doing crimes, or I don't know, it's just the impression that I have. Something I don't feel about Miami, because again, I drove from Miami 2 years and I never felt like my life was put in danger. There was rude people. I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't like a dangerous situation, But anyways, guys, I really hope that you guys can take in count that if you're thinking that you want to drive for Lyft and Uber, and I include Uber because Uber is also rideshare. I don't know what their policy is about safety, but Lyft's policy is if your life is put in danger because they have the platform that who requests you as a driver, and and your life is put in danger, they're not responsible, they're not liable for anything like that. So you basically have to know that in your mind before you drive for them, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's ended up losing in all possible way. So using my freedom of speech, I'm just gonna conclude saying that based on what happened to me, I have changed my mind of all of this, driving with making your own schedule. Sometimes it's even good to have a regular schedule because you have secure money. Remember that when you work for Lyft or Uber or any rideshare company, you have to pay for your gas, you have to pay for your taxes, they don't deduct taxes, you have to pay for the maintenance of your car, which is basically once a month you have to change the oil and sometimes even the tires, and if not, at least fix the tires. You have to take in consideration that too, plus cleaning your car, and sometimes it's not even worth it. You don't get that many customers, you have to work more hours. Yes, you can make your own schedule, but at the end of the day, when I put in balance, putting my life in danger in a company that is not even protecting me right now, compared to having just a traditional job, or I'm gonna sadly have to say this. Don't, like, this is my personal opinion, don't even try it. Like, it's not worth it. And it's true, like, danger is everywhere, and you know, anything can happen to you. It just happened to me. I was in the wrong time, at the wrong place, at the wrong time, and you know, it sucks, but this still can happen. And you know, recently I have seen stuff in the media, because at the end of the day, like, going back when it happened to me, it was back in December. I got a lot of calls from media, even Fox News, Tampa Bay News, all the news, like Channel 8, everybody was calling me because they had a open case with other drivers. There was a guy, a Lyft driver. He was working at 11 p.m. and he got kidnapped for 11 hours at gunpoint. And there was another guy who was I don't know what happened to him. I'm not sure. I think it was Uber. And I know a guy also got shot here in Tampa Bay. So clearly it is not safe driving in here. And I wouldn't suggest you, less to a women. I know we, as a women, we want to have our own schedule so we can be in our houses with our spouses and our kids or whatever. But don't do it. It's not worth it. Maybe look at daycare or something else that, you know, that you can do. It is just not worth it, guys. So I hope this, you know, like, you can take in consideration my opinion, guys. And that's it. I love you and peace out.